How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Quant update. So, yes, in my last video on Friday, we were saying that the market was pumping into the weekend. That was this green candle over here. We were pumping into resistance, and I was saying, even though it's pumping today, it's into the weekend. Even if it so managed to climb as high as 96, 106, it wouldn't be good enough. This is now resistance, unfortunately. It's not the videos I want to be making because I know the comments are going to be negative towards bearish TA. But the market is bearish at the moment, even with the whole market actually printing bullish patterns. Look at Bitcoin with this falling wedge pattern over here. I'm seeing this on coins like Solana, SUI, XRP, HBAR. And I also see it on Quant as well. It's just quite ugly, but it's there, as you can see. And we're at the lower end of support. So you'd have to say this is your best time to DCA. But I'm thinking a few steps ahead. Of course, it's meant to bounce from here. It's going to bring some gains. I'm just thinking a few steps ahead where when we tap into 95, 96, 106, in between those levels, this is all resistance. That could be where it just tops out, rolls over again, loses the support of the bullish pattern. But again, this pattern is happening across the board on the most important coin, Bitcoin, and it should break out bullish. It's a bullish pattern, 66% chance of breaking out higher. So we need to see 96 to 106 reclaimed. I'm now going to remove all these drawings because it's a bit messy. So I'm just going to place these fibs, and we need to reclaim 140 to 150 up there. So while under, any pump could be false. We could see price moving up many tens of percents. Could climb up 40, 60, 75%, and it might still roll over and not be good enough. That's just how it works. Unfortunately, guys, that's the risk that is at hand here. I was saying this when FTX capitulated. Same thing back then. Look, it needed to reclaim 188 to 205. It still pumped a lot from the bottom though, didn't it? Pumped 75%. What did I just say? It could pump 75% and still not be good enough. That's what it did here. It pumped 75%. What would that make you do as you're living through that day by day? You're just going to be FOMOing it. It just makes sense. That's just naturally how we're going to feel. We're going to feel safe again because we're seeing a double bottom with a bullish pattern, breaking out bullish, meeting its target. But if you were following me back then, I was bearish then because I knew it had to break those key levels. And it could lower high. Dead cat bounce is called. And that's what I was calling in the update. Everyone was hating me then. It eventually rolled over and completed it. We do not want to see that being the case once again. I don't want that to be the case for you. I'm not in Quant, but I make these video updates because I'm always asked to. And yeah, until it breaks out of that level, it can just pump into resistance and roll over. Slow bleed. It doesn't have to be fast. It could slow bleed down like it did previously. How do we stop this from happening? Well, as it's at the support of the falling wedge, this is going to be the best DCA at the moment, even if it's just a local bottom and you roll over. Currently, this is where it's meant to bounce and potentially become the bottom if it so reclaims those key levels. So right now, it can't get better. If you believe, then this is a DCA moment. But of course, even as early as 97, 96 to 100K, you could tap into there, roll over and fill in this wick. Now that's what I'm seeing across the board. It's not just Quant. I'm also seeing this on Bitcoin. Can pump up and reclaim this. Is still not good enough. Get into the next one. We could roll over from there. Could get even higher and roll over from there. I just showed you a previous example to the left, which was on the YouTube channel just a few years back when FTX went down because, of course, it was a scam. So yeah, ultimately it needs to break through this key resistance. I would say keep up to date with the Bitcoin updates. You can see there's a lot of red levels over here as well. And there was an attempted breakout today, but currently getting rejected as resistance. Still enough time to make up for it, 8 hours to attempt. But you can see if it breaks through that, there's another one. There's another one. There's another. There's just so much in the way stopping it from getting up to its target, which is up here 105 to 108. Similar to Quant. If I can find the chart, 1 sec. Similar to Quant. The target out of the falling wedge is up here at the red box. But when we meet the target, we reverse. Then we have to form a higher low and not a lower low. Of course, it will be in steps. If it was to try and get down there, there'll be lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. It won't just be a straight move down, but essentially this area needs to be flipped back into support, and we create something like an inverse head and shoulders over here to get out of this situation. Now let's look at some more positive things. Let's look at the targets to the upside, if this so happens to be the case. I just don't want to fill you with false hope, yeah? 220, let's just call it 290, 300, 400, 500, and 600, let's just say. So yeah, of course, with such a dump, it creates these beautiful targets. We know the saying, the bigger the dip, the bigger the rip. But with such a dump, minus 67%, we could get an amazing, incredible rally, 70% or 100%, and still go to new lows under 73. That is going to remain the risk until I at least see 125 broken. But yeah, we know what needs to be broken, 140 to 155. Can't say anything else other than this, guys. If you want further TA on other coins, check out the channel, keep the notification bell, providing updates on coins like Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, Sui, HBAR, and of course Quant. These are going to be the main ones on the channel. If you want further exclusive updates, join the Discord community now. The links are down below. Every Tuesday, a couple times a week, sometimes I will do live streams in there where I'll mentor you. I'll also make summaries if you can't actually make it.